Do you know why it's going to be so important for you, my gorgeous Gemini, to resolve this problem when it comes to somebody who's close to you? Okay, maybe this is a family member, maybe this is one of your friends that you've fallen out with, had some kind of disagreement with, but it's to do with this particular person who is maybe part of your household, or this is like your friend, or it's like your family member. I think that most certainly you will know who this is, and why it's important for you to kind of be compassionate towards this particular person in such a way where you're going to realize that when it comes to somebody who was giving you like a little bit of a grief, when it comes to somebody who was giving you like a little bit of problems, for a while, you need to not only be compassionate towards that particular person ASAP, but you also need to forgive to that person. And I know you will have a go at me. I know that people do all sorts of things to other people. Sometimes people are nice, sometimes people are not nice, sometimes people hurt other people. I understand all this, but this is about you, and it's about your level of awareness. And the higher your level of awareness is, with other words, the more you understand that forgiving to somebody, it's not about you forgetting that particular thing that this person did, but it's about you being able to elevate yourself from it and cut the cords that are tying you to this negativity, because these particular cords you're going to cut the moment in time you forgive to this particular person. At that moment in time, this is going to reflect on your well-being, and this is also going to liberate you. So this is why it's important for you to try to identify who this is, my gorgeous Gemini, and try to forgive them. Very important indeed. So on one hand, it's going to reflect on your well-being in general. So it's going to start this process of healing. You can expect to have so much more energy after that moment in time. But on another hand, it's also going to liberate you. It is going to create such a beautiful moment of freedom. Sometimes there are certain things which are holding us back in the background we are not even aware of. And my gorgeous Gemini, this is one of them, and this is why this is going to be so important, whether you like this or not. Okay, the beginning of this week, oh my God, listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Gemini. At the beginning of this week, this blessing, it's about to enter your life. You are going to have a blessing right at the beginning of this week, and it's going to come in a form of this unexpected opportunity. You are going to have an unexpected opportunity to actually, to not only move forward with your life, you will not only be able to do something you were thinking about doing for absolute ages, but you are going to have an opportunity to do that and to move forward with your life. So this is not just any opportunity. Oh, how nice. No, baby, no. This opportunity is something you've been waiting for a while. And you will know when you have this unexpected opportunity that this opportunity is going to be like a game changer for you. And it's instantly going to start the process of you not only doing something you wanted to do for absolute ages, but it's going to start the process of you moving forward with your life. You will see how instantly you are going to start to feel creative when you become aware of this surprising opportunity. And you know what? Let me tell you, it's about you you will be able to save so much money when it comes to this opportunity. So you will be able to save so much money. And so financially, this is going to be brilliant for you. But then, because I can see you saving money, really. And also at the same time, the sooner you commit yourself to this opportunity, the better your life is going to be. So this is why this is going to be brilliant. So there is some kind of commitment you are going to need to make. So at this moment in time, you also need to pay attention to the way the priorities in your life are going to start changing as well. And I need you to be as open-minded as you possibly can, because this stage of your life, it's more important than you can possibly imagine. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, oh my God, something strange is gonna happen. But it's not only about the mid of this week where you are going to have this heightened psychic possibilities. Your intuition is gonna be heightened. You're gonna have a heightened psychic abilities. Oh my God, throughout this week, you know, it's gonna be brilliant, because signs are going to be absolutely everywhere, and certain indications are gonna show themselves in a way they never showed themselves before. Certain things are going to become obvious you need to move towards, and certain things are going to become obvious that has come to an end. But when it comes to you having highlighted psychic abilities at around the midweek, do you know what's going to happen? Something unusual is going to happen. You're going to go into this unusual mode, my gorgeous Gemini. You're going to go into this unusual mode, and suddenly, you know, you will realize that something that you're doing, it's not making you happy anymore. You're going to realize that something which used to make you feel so happy, that's not you anymore. You've changed. So you're going to have this really weird moment, you know, and this is going to come at this moment in time when where your psychic abilities are going to be so highlighted, so strong, so powerful, and then suddenly, woo, it's difficult to explain, but you're going to go into this unusual mode when suddenly you're going to realize that something that makes you feel so unhappy, something that, used to make you feel so happy and so excited, it's like doing completely opposite now. So you're gonna feel these alarms that something that you used to feel so passionate about, you no longer recognize yourself when it comes to this by you being happy. You will just feel like it's something that's now at this stage of your life, it's maybe breaking your heart a little bit. And this is where I need you to be strong, my gorgeous Gemini. I need you to take this very, very seriously, because you will realize exactly, you know, which path has come to, you will know exactly, my gorgeous Gemini, what has come to an end here as well. And this is more important than you can possibly imagine. You will realize through your own psychic abilities that something in your life has come to an end, but because these psychic abilities it will take over, you will be able to see this in a completely different light. And it's not only about you needing to have a psychic abilities in order to understand what in your life has come to an end, what's making you feel so unhappy. This is important because it's going to allow you to process and to snap out of it, and that's what's needed for you to elevate to the point where you are after all that gonna end up with this absolutely brilliant idea of what do you want to do next. Okay, so this is what the psychic abilities are going to do. And I'm not saying that people wouldn't have an idea unless if they have a psychic abilities. No, baby, no. This is going to happen in a very strange and bizarre way. For me, it's very difficult to explain the way you're going to feel. But you need to kind of have a certain level of awareness in order to see things for what they are and snap out of them. Sometimes it's very hard for us to be honest with ourselves when certain aspects of our life has come to an end that we felt so passionate about for so long. People see this, oh, maybe we are a failure, or maybe this, maybe that. No, baby, no. You're just being prepared for something different, something much bigger and something much better than what your current path is on connected to this. So that's why not that long after that moment in time, you're going to have this amazing idea. And when it comes to this idea, you're going to need to be patient. But this is about you kind of, realizing what do you want to do next, and the way you're gonna feel is gonna be completely out of this world. And this in itself is gonna make you feel so good, it's gonna make you feel so happy, it's gonna make you feel so positive while you're thinking about it. But then again, financially, this is gonna be a big mama. My God, my gorgeous Gemini, you're gonna be like rich. Don't forget me when you get rich, okay? money, saving money, like, oh my God, this is an important week. I know it's not all about the money, but sometimes, our paths do kind of leads us towards a certain points, in life where we do something that we are really happy about, but then on another hand, we are also kind of able to provide, for ourselves, for our families and things like that, financially. So this is like kind of along those lines, very important stage of your life indeed. So by the time you get to the last part of this week, this is what it's a lot gonna be about, this idea you're going to have. First of all, something is going to happen at around the end of this week, something, it's like kind of going to happen so random, and whatever happens, it's going to remind you of, this particular idea which you've had at around the midweek. So what's going to happen at around the last part of this week, there is something you're going to come across, there is something you're going to see. It's going to be one of the most random things ever. And what's really bizarre is that what you're going to come across and what you're going to see, it's going to have absolutely nothing to do with that major idea you had at around the midweek, but something is just going to remind you of it. That situation, something which is going to be happening, what you're going to be looking at, the feelings and emotions you are going to have, it's all going to be leading towards you being reminded of this idea you had at around the midweek indeed. And that in itself, it's really kind of going to make you aware of, like, in terms of timing, there is some kind of sense of urgency you're going to have also when it comes to what you're going to see, what you're going to come across. There is some kind of a mind-blowing, a great sense of urgency you are going to have. And here you're going to start planning. You're not only going to start planning when it comes to that particular idea which you've had, but there is something really specific you're going to do. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to make a major compromise. Oh my God, you're going to make a major compromise. And that particular compromise, it's not only going to be the right thing to do. That particular compromise is going to lead towards you wanting to have a party within the next 2 or 3 months. How glad and how happy with yourself you're going to be. But it's also going to be leading towards this major, major victory in your life. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what are your 3 cards going to be this week. Okay, what are your 3 cards going to be this week? Let's just see. Card number 1. Okay, the beginning of such a beautiful journey. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, there is no doubt about it. This is the beginning of a really beautiful journey in your life. Okay, you need to be honest with yourself. You need to reflect, quite a lot on which things have been making you feel really unhappy for a long time, but you also need to reflect on things that you want to do and why didn't you do them? What's stopping you from moving forward? You have to be honest with yourself, because this week you're also going to have this sacred power, And also, when it comes to the second card, oh, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. It's time for planning. You will be surprised. You need to open your mind. You need to think what you're going to do. This week, you need to come up with some kind of a plan. Don't hold yourself back. Don't hold yourself back. This week, a lot of planning is going to be on your mind. And don't hold yourself back when it comes to what exactly you're gonna be planning here, because this time is the time of changes, and once you get into it, you know, you're gonna have some amazing ideas, otherwise you wouldn't have. Okay, so that's why it's important to not to hold your back. This in itself, it's also an important time because there is this amazing person who is going to give you a mind-blowing advice. Amazing person is going to give you mind-blowing advice, but you know what's going to be really strange about it? It's like, it's not maybe somebody who's very close to you, it's not somebody who you know. So maybe you're going to be watching certain person and feel such a powerful connection towards that person, and you will have this really wise advice through this person, or this is going to be somebody who you are going to come across randomly somewhere, you know, and it's going to happen this week, and this person gives you an advice, but this is not going to be somebody really close to you, and an advice, really wise advice you're going to get from this person. It's like in terms of lifestyle, a big question. It's like more like a really big question. It's going to be answered to you in terms of a lifestyle, you know. You're going to start feeling that you really want to change your life in terms of a lifestyle, and there is something really specific that this person is going to reveal to you. This is when things are going to start becoming really, really interesting for you, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. The bottom line is you will be rewarded. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.